How little were you when you thought, I want to be a hairdresser?
God, I would probably say when I was about 5, 6 years old, I can remember sitting in primary school, plaiting the girls' hair in assembly. So it sort of stemmed from there, really. My younger sister had really long hair, so I was always playing with her hair. But again, I think because I defeated myself before I'd even tried to become a hairdresser, I just didn't think it would be
because you thought it wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
And this is because you have this deformed hand,
yes,
which happened when you were in the womb.
Yeah, that's right.
The lack of sort of circulation, the umbilical cord got caught around it, and therefore left you with the hand in the state that it is at the minute.
Yeah, so I've had a couple of operations. They've taken bone from my feet to try and build my hand. So yeah, it's been a journey since I was young.
But of course, you had this passion to be a hairdresser, and you decided, despite the issues with your hand, you were going to go for it.
Yes.
And you went to an academy. What was it like when you suddenly found out that the academy were willing to take you on and train you?
Breath of fresh air, I'd probably say. I think to have somebody else to believe in me as much as I started to believe in myself, I think that was the turning point for me, that somebody else who knew nothing about me could see me potentially being a hairdresser. So I think that stemmed me on a little bit more to follow my passion.
So, of course, hairdressing takes great manual dexterity,
yes,
doesn't it? And you use your right hand for the cutting.
Yes.
But your left hand is vital for everything else, for holding the hair and positioning it. Yeah. So was there a moment then when you thought, I'm good at this, but I can't go any further? And how did you move to meeting Jude?
Yeah, so I did get to that stage where I could not see me progressing further with my course. I couldn't potentially see me qualifying as a hairdresser. So I seen series 1 of the Big Life Fix, which is a couple of years ago, and they were advertising for season 2. So I sent them an email, and yeah, I got introduced to Jude,
who, of course, has a wonderful barnet to go with it. Any mad inventor should, have big hair.
That is a hair that you could really get down on, isn't it?
He has.
Yeah. So, look, so the proposition for you, though, Jude, I imagine is one that you'd never been sort of considered.
No.
Let's talk about some of the sort of the starting points for you and what you
Well,
have.
yeah, what was interesting is that I think often, you know, we spend a lot of time looking at things like, should we go bionic or should we use all sorts of really high-tech solutions? And in the end, we came full circle and thought, how do we make this analog? So it kind of started off with like a sort of pound store comb and just a couple of little bolts, and it means this thing moves backwards and forwards, a bit like a...
Right, so how does that help you?
So as the hair is pulled through the comb, when Carl activates it, it locks it in place.
So with the small amount of dexterity you had, you could control that and keep the hair held high?
Yes.
Great.
OK, so you start there.
Oh, right.
So we started there, and then we sort of progressed to sort of making it in the way that Kyle could sort of trigger it. And we thought this was a nice mechanism, and you can see this is just a little micro switch and 2 combs, and then it obviously went up to something which used reinforced carbon fibre, 3D printing, and then I guess we sort of call it a Swiss Army knife of tools. Really,
so can you show us how this helps you and how you'd use it?
Yeah, of course.
So this is the what do you call it? Do you have a name for it?
I don't think I have named it yet.
We need a name for it as well. You've got to come up with
Colin.
cutter.
Colin or Jeff. That's
so
what
you slide it onto your hand, it just fits over...
Yeah, so that just fits on there, and then all these attachments go into there.
It is really simple, isn't it? And then they just slide in again.
And that can lock in, and then pull hair up, lock it across.
We have a number of issues with Kate's hair. Could you just give us a quick demo? You don't have to trim anything, but just give us an idea of how you would...
If you could hold my hair up, then you could do it well. Here we go.
So I'll just take a little bit.
Right.
No pressure.
And it slides in.
Wow.
So that means that you can then hold that there and then...
And then you could trip those split ends.
So if you just go in this scissors like and then you trim with your right hand, you trim the bit along the top. It's just simple, but, I mean, what sort of a difference has it made to you now, then?
It has completely changed, one, my life, being able to see an end to something that I didn't see initially. But, yeah, it's completely changed the way I cut hair. I feel like I've had to learn how to cut hair again, because I'd done a lot of it with my right hand.
It looks fantastic, just as you'd want it to look. It looks amazing. You need a name for it, though.
I do.
Carl. That's something you need to work up.
We will.
It's an absolute treat to meet you. Congratulations.
It really is.
Jude.
Congratulations.
Best of luck with the rest of your training, because I know you've not quite finished yet.
No, October I'm due to finish, so fingers crossed.
And the programme that you've made, Inventing Impossible, is BBC 2, 8 o'clock tonight?
Yes.
Lovely. And so you'll see the whole journey that the guys have gone on, which is just
fascinating.
Wonderful. Well done. Really lovely to meet you.